What happens when you have a bunch of unwatched Sylvester Stallone movies in your collection? You guessed it, SLY-FEST movie marathon. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Great to see you once again back here to check out a video here on the Movie Vault. As I mentioned, I had a couple of Sylvester Stallone movies yet to be watched. Some first time watches, some re-watches as I picked them up for the collection here. So I thought, what better way to tick those off the watch list than to do a SLY-FEST movie marathon. Let's just jump right into this. So to kick off SLY-FEST movie marathon here, I decided to go with 1982's First Blood, the very first Rambo movie. I haven't seen this in ages and I thought, like, let's kick it off with some action. Let's just get right into like 80s Sly at his best. I mean, upon rewatch like last night, guys, I kind of feel like you really get on Rambo's side. Like, I mean, this like sheriff just like literally picks on him for no reason whatsoever at the start of the movie. And I mean, the action starts like literally 20-25 minutes in, and it's non-stop until the end, where Rambo is kind of talking to his old like Green Beret commander, whoever that, you know, the character is in the movie, and he's talking about kind of basically like dealing with PTSD and stuff. And I think they were a little bit ahead of the time here. Ahead of its time, 82, like talking about this stuff. I mean, I think that kind of end scene there really kind of took me last night. I'm thinking like, geez, nothing else kind of deals with that. Action packed, you know, if you just want to see the action stuff, fine. If you don't want to delve deeper and think deeper about stuff like that, yeah, you don't have to. First Blood is action all the way. Let's jump on to the next one in SLY-FEST. If I show you guys the disc, you will remember Cobra here, 1986, I believe. I have vivid memories of seeing this artwork of Sly with the machine gun on the VHS cover in the video store as a kid, and kind of seeing it and being fascinated by this, like, what is this movie, like, and never got to see it until last night. So yeah, really interesting. There's some good, the whole opening is cool, the guy robbing the shop, and you know, Sly pulls up in the car, and the car has like Awesome 50 or something is the reg plate of the car. There's a great line, Sly has something like you're the disease and I'm the cure, or something like that, to the guy trying to rob the shop. Car chases, guns, explosions, killers, 80s kind of songs throughout the movie. It's all in there with an action-packed finale. Yeah, really enjoyed Cobra, guys. Would highly recommend checking out Cobra. 80s-tastic Sly movie. That was the second one up here in the SLY-FEST. Let's move on to the next one. Okay guys, I just finished up Rambo Last Blood here in the SLY-FEST movie marathon. It's part of this kind of double combo pack here of Rambo First Blood and Last Blood. Rambo Last Blood, what do you say about this one, guys? Thumbs down on this one. It kind of feels like it's taken with Rambo in it, with Sly. This one, I don't know, guys, I kind of feel like it started off and he's like a cowboy or something now, and he has like a ranch, and there is this kid who was calling him Uncle Rambo, Uncle John or whatever, and I'm kind of like, there's too much of a backstory going on. The brilliance of the first Rambo was, you know, you didn't really need to know everything. This guy was just picked on for no reason and you didn't mess with him, and that was what I thought the brilliance of the first Rambo was. The whole end of this movie is really cool, where he kind of sets up the booby traps in the tunnels and all that stuff. That's awesome. Yeah, thumbs up on that part, but overall, as an entire movie, Rambo Last Blood, nah, I didn't particularly enjoy it, guys. As I said, it just felt like Taken if you switched Liam Neeson for Rambo on that one. But yeah, Rambo Last Blood was another one here in the SLY-FEST. Next one up was Assassins from 1995. I've never seen this movie ever until I checked it out last night. Yeah, great movie, directed by the late Richard Donner. I wasn't even aware of that till I put it on. That was really cool. Sly plays an assassin who is kind of, you know, number one, top of his game. There is another younger hitman assassin on the rise in Antonio Banderas. Julianne Moore plays a hacker who kind of gets involved somehow, and you know, it's all guns ablazing thereafter. Really cool movie. Just over 2 hours. Really interesting. Never saw it before, as I said. And another one that I kind of feel like, how did I miss that one? But 95, I was only about 12 at the time, so probably would have been over my head at the time. And anyway, but Assassins, another one, thumbs up from me in the SLY-FEST here movie marathon. Let's jump on to the next one. Okay, so next one up, we're diving back into the Stallone Collection Blu-ray box set here, guys, for 1993's Demolition Man. Here's the disc here. We have the artwork there, Snipes and Stallone in this one together. I remember really loving this one as a kid, you know, watching it over and over. Sandra Bullock was in there again, you know, a big fan of Sandra Bullock when I was younger. It was really cool, you know, kind of, not really a time travel, but, you know, the two of them are, you know, Sly is the cop and Snipes is the bad guy, and they're kind of frozen and then woken up in the future and all hell breaks loose, basically. I really enjoyed the action, I should say. I loved it as a kid. What I think of it now, it's kind of like an average movie for me now, or upon this watch here. Sly is Sly, he's great in there. Sandra Bullock I found really annoying upon this rewatch, guys. I just wasn't into her character at all. I just found her quite annoying throughout the movie. Wesley Snipes is a great villain. There was some cool kind of fight sequences and stuff like there, martial arts stuff. Yeah, he was quite good. You know, I guess he was kind of on the rise, or in the height of like where he was in 93 in the early 90s there. That was really good. But yeah, overall I would kind of like Demolition Man right now would be like an average one for me out of these. I didn't enjoy it as much as I remember enjoying it as a kid, but yeah, that was the next one up, Demolition Man. This next one up is 1994's The Specialist. Here is the disc in there. Of course, you have Sharon Stone in there with Sly. You also have James Woods in there and Eric Roberts. I'm a big fan of Sharon Stone, and I remember like seeing this when I was younger and thinking The Specialist is really cool, and Sly plays this kind of explosives specialist. The movie is really more of a revenge mission for Sharon Stone. There's a kind of an interesting backstory there to that, like why she kind of wants to get them, but she's kind of like double crossing people. Unfortunately for me, guys, on revisiting The Specialist here, it feels like a bit of a dud, explosive dud. Pardon the pun there. It just kind of like, Sly doesn't do an awful lot in this movie. He's kind of sweating and he's kind of working out, doing some ballet looking stuff in there while he's listening to like recorded phone calls of Sharon Stone. He's like outside her apartment. It's a little bit creepy, to be honest, a little bit stalkerish stuff going on from Sly here. He's like drenched in sweat, like making bombs. He sets bombs off. He just kind of walks around setting bombs off and stuff. That's kind of like as much as happens. He like kicks some guy's ass on a bus. That's about kind of as actiony as it gets in terms of fights and stuff. As I said, really like Sharon Stone. Sly is great, but just not in this one for me. So yeah, The Specialist wraps up the SLY-FEST movie marathon here. So there you have it, everyone. That was my SLY-FEST movie marathon. Got to tick off a bunch of Sly movies off the watch list there. Really cool. I enjoyed some first time watches. I didn't enjoy some revisits here from years ago when I was a kid. But as always, jump in the comments and let me know what you think. Have you seen any of these Sly movies? Are you a fan of Sylvester Stallone? I want to hear what you think about these movies. And if you have revisited them recently, what do you think of them? As always, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it. It always helps the videos. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Patreon and YouTube members make these videos possible, so thanks to those guys. If you're interested in that, check the link in the description. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.